And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals of this week's WardiTV Monday. It has been an intense tournament. Many players have been a part of it, but all have fallen, except for two. We have two players remaining here. We have a Terran, we have a Protoss. We have our best of 5 finals, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the French Terran player, the blue Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem, the reigning world champion. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss, the best Protoss in all of South Korea, arguably the best Protoss in the world. It is herO. And if you're in the chat, it is Gamba time. It's Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim this tournament. Will it go the way of herO? Will it go the way of Clem? All I want is a back and forth. All I want is a game 4 or even a game 5. That's what I'm greedy, papi. I'm greedy. But we'll see. We'll see how this does turn out. Again, these two very often go back and forth. Very rarely is it a one-sided series. So I'm hoping that that continues to be the case here tonight as well. For now, here he does open up with the scouts. Probe does check the the linear third location. It does check the triangle location as well, looking for proxies. Here, Clem, he is not above cheesing. He is not above going for proxy Raxes and even proxy Marauder. He's actually quite fond of proxy Marauder. So here he checks, he confirms. They can calm down. Calm things down. Going to be opening up a Zealot first. We'll open up with the Zealots. There we go, does cancel. Again, the initial Zealot was being made just in case there was a proxy. Now that he feels safe, he will cancel the Zealots and just get into his own game. So Gate Cyber Expand out of herO. Meanwhile, across the map, Clem, he does open up likewise economically for the first time. If you recall, we did have double gas openers every single game against Max Packs, but here against herO, economic start. Rax expand into a delayed factory, instead a more greedy or more economic build out of Clem instead of what he did against Max Packs. Now, part of that is also the map pool. If you remember, Clem and Max Packs, they did play on some smaller maps, on ley lines, on Whispers of Gold. They were just hyper aggressive in their own series. But welcome, one and all, to Amygdala. Amygdala is one of the largest maps in the current tournament map pool. It is smaller than Neon Violet Square, it is smaller than King's Cove, and smaller than Abyssal Reef, but those 3 maps that I just mentioned are not a part of this tournament map pool. Get them out of here. So this might be the largest map, actually. I'd have to double check between Amygdala and Frostline, which one is larger, but this is, I would say, the largest and most defendable map, more defendable than Frostline, 100%. So we often see a lot of later games here, like the mid game, late game as well, and we'll see if we can get there between these two players. Meanwhile, across the map, Twilight Council. Twilight Council opener, we have our tech of choice going for Blink, not going for Phoenixes or Oracles or Immortal or Colossus. There's no Robo, no Stargate, just a Twilight Council standard opener out of herO. Hallucination moves in, and Hallucination will confirm the 1-1-1. He will also confirm the later Starport, the faster CC. herO, he's now fully aware of the build. Fully aware of the setup. Meanwhile, Clem is getting ready for his drop. It's going to be a bit of a later drop, but a drop nonetheless. He's got Widow Mines. He might move out with the Marines as well. We'll see how hard he does commit. Meanwhile, back at home, the real question becomes, how many gateways? So it is going to be a Blink-based opener, but there are so many variations. You can go 2 Gate Blink, 3 Gate Blink, 4 Gate Blink Stalkers. And we'll see how committed herO is going to be. Likewise, we'll see if he does take extra gases, as it looks like herO is going for a very greedy build. How many gateways, you ask? 2. So 2 Gate Blink into a 3rd base, so a much more economic build out of herO. This does mean that herO will have less Stalkers, though. It means he has less Stalkers to defend. It means that he's going to have to be as crisp as possible against this, as clean as he can be. Drop is coming in. Widow Mine does unload. Marines being targeted down. Oh! Yo, I'm loving the bait out here on the mine. Oh, does retarget. And nice retargeting out of Clem. Does not waste the mine shot. The pylon is under fire, and the pylon of the gateway is going to be depowered. Massive pickup. Gateway's depowered. herO again, as a reminder, he did expand. Did take the faster 3rd. And at least herO hasn't taken any economic damage, but he is supply blocked. As Clem pulls away. Clem backs off, back at home, getting to his own 3-rack setup, 3-1-1. Bio into tank production underway. And Clem, he hasn't seen the gateway count yet. He hasn't seen the 3rd base either, so Clem is playing safe. He's got a bunker and a tank on the natural. He has a tank soon in the main as well. So he's just securing himself, getting ready for aggression. We know that there's no aggression coming, but Clem doesn't, so he's playing safe. So a very safe setup here out of Clem. Meanwhile, the medevac has not been found. Here he's hunting for the medevac. Hunting for any stray units. We'll take over the Zonaga. Thankfully, there are 3 stalkers in position. Here he's ready. Likewise, back at home, getting to charge. So he's going to stay on a lower gas count. He's going to earlier charge and +1 into delayed splash damage. Which, again, you can afford to cut corners on a map as large as Amygdala. Like, I feel like the map is very much so coming into play here. Where here, he's been cutting a lot of corners. It is viable to do so on Amygdala. You don't have to be as concerned when it comes to these big pushes and big move-outs. Third TC is on the way for Clem. And Clem also getting into the mid-game. Is building up. For now, we do have a bit of a lull though. We have a lull here in our game where herO is just saturating on 3 bases, Clem just saturating on 2 bases, waiting for his third TC. When Stim finishes and when these upgrades complete, then Clem can break out and claim his third. Until then, we're stuck at home. Clem is stuck at home. Here, I believe he won't be able to touch that medevac. Does spot it though. Did catch a glimpse. Now that the third base is getting saturated, herO is taking up into Colossus. Remember, he delayed his Colossus production, but he gets away with it. He gets away with it. He didn't need to rush into Colossus early on. Oh, miss rally! Oh, that's a rough miss rally here by herO. Ay, ay, ay. Immortal gets thrown away for free. Not the best start. Likewise, massive tank shots to the face. herO is trying to be active, trying to slow down this push. He will collapse here on top of some of the Pyro. Marine Marauder goes down, nice pickups. And here he's just buying time for the Colossus. But this is going to be a tough hold for herO. As Clem is moving out. herO, he rotates over. He's got his first Colossus, second one is halfway done. Here he dives in, takes out the first tank. First tank goes down, second tank as well, nice pickups. Risky play there by herO, but it pays off. Does pay off and herO holds. Whew. Again, without those tanks, this army has no backbone, right? That was the backbone to the army. Without the tanks, Clem, he has to back off, he has to retreat. And herO does defend. If it wasn't for that, Clem would have kept pushing. He would have just kept going, kept pushing in towards the bases, and he might have even broken herO. As Clem still has the supply lead, but he has to wait to reinforce. Now getting to a 4th CC, building up his Vikings. Clem still has a force to be reckoned with. And now he's taking up into Ghost as well. Meanwhile, herO, he survives. He survives, gets his 4th base, building up towards his gold as well. Looking to double expand. We have a second robot on the way, so this should be for Disruptor production. Getting into initially 3 to 4 Colossus, then into Disruptors. So a pretty standard composition so far. herO is not taking into Storm. He's not rushing into Skytoss. So far just settling in. So players, they fight for map control, they're looking for the Zonagas. Clem does claim the first. And Clem will be the first to max out. Now, just because it's maxed, I mean, the soup does lie, right? That isn't enough to break herO, especially pushing into Storm or pushing into Disruptors. Now, I had assumed that we were going to be going into Disruptors here, but actually it's going to be double Immortal production. That gives me a little bit of concern. Disruptors, they have their place when it comes to not just getting damage done, but also zoning and buying time. So we'll see what herO does go for next. As Clem is maxed, herO, he's not too far behind. We'll see how herO decides to engage. Still prioritizing Immortal production. I mean, Immortals, they do well against Marauders, and that's a very heavy Marauder army. herO does blink in, does take down 1, 2, 3 Marauders, not bad. Marauders are being targeted. Nice swipes here with the Colossus. We have some wasted DPS though on the CC. And here he has to back off. He has to back up, he has to pull away. Doesn't want to overextend. The first Colossus is about to go down. Massive. Oh my god, nice save. Whew, oh no! He saved it for a moment, but the Colossus does fall regardless. Massive pickup. And now hero's getting to Disruptors. These are late, is what I will say. Disruptors are now on the way. We'll see if he can get there. herO is still poking in. Peeking away at the main army. Likewise, Clem counterattacks, denies the expansion. Nice pickup. Does force a cancel. Now he's going for the base. Disruptors in position. Does buy some time. Buys a bit of time. herO does hold at the same time, pushing across the map, takes down the sensor tower. And as we're getting into the mid game, as we're working towards the late game, a big shout to Minty Crystal in the chat. Papi God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great, I'm assuming, ladder session. Hope you had a great time. And welcome one and all to the grand finals of the WardiTV Monday. This is a best of 5. This is game 1. And we'll still have a full series ahead of us. As we're building up that disruptor count so far, 3 disruptors. Prism goes down. Yeah, brutal pickup. Nova's going to be popping up, but the last little bit too trigger happy. Crazy army. At the same time, Clem, he pushes in once again, and once again the base is denied. Here he just cannot expand. He just cannot get a 6th base. Still committing in. Disruptors, they reset. Nova goes off, no massive connection, going for the planetary instead. The planetary does go down. Yeah, the massive mortal here, they just chew away at that planetary. They take down both CCs. 20 worker kills across the map. The drop is still going. But herO, he might be able to end the game with this push. Yeah, Clem just not expecting this to just pop off. The massive mortal. Nova's connect. Another CC goes down. Again, with 6 immortals, they kill these bases so quickly. And this may just be too much. There's the recall. Ooh, immortals, they get left behind. Does recall back home. Does defend. Clem, he does hold, but Clem, he's down to 2 bases. He doesn't have an economy. Down to 2 CCs. No 3rd base, no 4th base, no 5th CC either. He's just now getting a 3rd. And herO, he can remax. herO, he may have lost some key units, but he can remax, he can rebuild, he can warp in. He has a gold base as well. He has a boosted economy. It's all or nothing for Clem. He has to end the game with this push. He has to deal crippling damage. It's not going to happen. Yeah, there's just far too much here. Nice EMP. Nice EMP on the disruptor. Drop into the main. herO, for the most part, he's keeping up. As Clem is microing his heart out. Doing whatever he can. Stepping on in, takes down one, takes down every single disruptor. Oh my god! Takes down the disruptors, collapse on top of the immortals, but last still just doesn't have enough. These are impressive fights, impressive trades, but GG gets called, and herO, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. herO, he will take a lead in the series. A very unique style out of herO. The builds themselves were standard, but what caught my attention, if you recall, was the commitment into Immortals. It was only 2 Colossus. Only 2 Colossus, delayed Disruptors. He committed quite hard into Immortals. Again, he had 6 Immortals when it came to his main army. And what did the Immortals really accomplish? They killed the bases. They sniped the planetary real fast and real quick. Planetary, orbital, another CC as well. In a way, with that push, with that move out, Clem's economy was completely crippled as bases were going down left and right. On top of that, Immortals, they have their place against Marauders, right? Like, they do trade relatively well against Marauders, and it was a very heavy Marauder army as well. But what really won herO that game was a crippled economy, right? With his pushes, he was killing and sniping base after base. So even though he didn't kill Clem then and there, Clem, he just had no longevity in that game. He had no economy. He had no mining, no income. GG. GG, well played. We're now getting into our next game. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the French Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. We'll We'll see if we can bring it back. As spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself from South Korea, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. We go. So we are going to be settling in and calming things down. Calming things down here, and we do see Clem mix it up. Now, as a reminder, last game on a larger map, we did see a more economic build out of both players. Here, Clem, double gas opener. Now, this does make sense because we are loading into Ultra Love. Ultra Love is one of the smaller maps in the map pool. Does have some defensive features, but aggression is still very much so favored on Ultra Love. So Clem does open up double gas. With this, he can go into a heavier commitment into Reaper Hellion, Cyclones, early tank production. He can go into Banshee play. Clem has options. He does have options available to him. Meanwhile, last game we saw herO go 2-gate blink into a fast third. I don't expect to see that here. I expect at least 3 gateways out of herO. Not as fast of a third base, as that'll be incredibly greedy and incredibly risky here on Ultra Love. We'll keep an eye on herO. Here we go. As the first Reaper does move out, just for some scouting. Ideally, Clem, he wants to scout the tech of his opponent, whether it's a Robo, a Stargate, or a Twilight Council, as it is yet to be thrown down. So Clem looking for a way in, gets caught by a Stalker. Going to be Stalker into Sentry. Again, Sentry-based openers are very common and very standard nowadays. Did speak about this earlier, but a Sentry does have a faster hallucination because of the energy overcharge, and does allow you to scout across the map and see everything that your opponent's up to. Meanwhile, we have our tech. It's going to be a Twilight Council. So Twilight Council open out of herO. Clem, he has yet to scout, has yet to confirm. Hallucination gets sent, and we do see Clem going for his own 1-1-1. So no Hellion production. Instead, he's setting up his Widowmine. Going for the Starport. Do we go for an add-on sword? We do not. Going for a Mind Drop initially, and the hallucination does confirm. Does confirm lack of add-on sword, does confirm the production on the Starport, so he knows that drops are coming. Is aware. Oh, meanwhile, herO, he's spicing it up here. I assumed it was going to be like 3-gate blink. I was not getting ready for this, though. It is going to be a charge base opener. This is very unorthodox. This is very aggressive as well. Basically, herO, he has a window. He has a charge timing. Charge-based openers are very uncommon. This is basically a borderline all-in. How many gates? 4 so far. We're getting up to 4 gateways into mass charge lots. And ideally, this goes unscouted. The drop is spotted. The drop is going to be delayed. Now herO, he can't afford to reveal any zealots, as that would be a tell. Instead, he does rotate. He does keep up with the army. The medevac! Oh my god, medevac's going to go down. One more volley. GG gets called as Clem. He will lose everything, and herO will take a 2-0 lead before even embracing his charge lots. GG. GG, well played. Clem losing everything across the map again. He was committed, going for the drop plate, going for the mind drop even. He lost everything, and with that, Clem, he taps out. We are getting into game number 3. I said this earlier, I was not expecting a 3-0 in either direction. I stand by that. I was not expecting a 3-0 in either direction, but herO is 1 game away from winning it all. From taking the win here, from becoming our champion. 1 more game is all that herO needs. And I'm hoping that Clem can bring it back. Like, give us a game 4, give us a game 5. The pressure is now on Clem. Whew, let's go. Let's go. herO getting good. herO, I would say he's pretty comparable to Clem nowadays. herO, he's beaten Clem and MaxPax and every other player out there. I would say that right now the top 3 players in the world are Clem, herO, and MaxPax. I would say that probably the top... Oh, actually, sorry, my apologies. Clem, herO, MaxPax, and Serral. Those are the top 4. in no particular order. But yeah, they very often do trade. Very often do go blow for blow. But despite me saying that, I will still emphasize, I was not expecting a 3-0 in either direction, and I hope that that is not the case. Here we go. We're getting into our next game. We are getting into potentially the final game of the series, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the French Terran player, the Blue Terran representing Team Liquid, the reigning world champion. He was favored coming into this, but now he is down 0-2. He has to fight back here and now. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, leading the series 2-0. One game away from becoming our champion. It is herO. Let's go. Here we go. And again, the pressure is on Clem. And now El Dorado is once again another smaller map, so double gas. Double gas opener out of Clem. Going for, once again, a faster factory, a delayed CC. Last game, this led into a committed drop across the map with Marines and Widow Mines. This game, we could see something similar. We could see Reactor Reaper Hellion. We could see early Cyclones. We could even see Banshee play. Meanwhile, here is setting up back at home. Interesting. So here he's making a Zealot first, and he doesn't probe scout for a proxy. He's not scouting for a proxy, he's not scouting here nearby, but he will make that Zealot, and his goal here is to move out across the map. Now, the goal for the Zealot is to wreak havoc, is to snipe the SCV, and to delay the command center. That is typically the goal of this Zealot. Does move out. Clem likewise does scout with his Marine, checking for proxies. It's going to be a Stargate opener out of herO for the first time this series. Bold move. Opening up with the Stargate. It is considered to be risky to play Stargate in this matchup, but you can get away with it on larger maps. Here, this is a smaller map, but short rush distance by air, so there's a lot of potential for herO, especially if Clem plays safe. Clem, 1-1-1. Oh my god. Hyper aggression. Hyper aggression. This is not just a factory before starport, before CC. This is a starport before expansion. Zealot confirms nothing on the natural, nothing on low ground, and Zealot sees everything in the main. Massive scout. herO, he sees the starport. This is a borderline one base all in. Now Clem will still expand, but it's a late expansion. Yeah, late CC out of Clem. As Clem, he's rushing to that starport, rushing into drop play. And this is committed. This needs to get damage done, otherwise he will fall behind economically. Just because of how late this expansion is, herO, his own base is almost done. Now here he's setting up back at home. We do open up Oracle. It's going to be the Oracle opener. Second Oracle's on the way. And here he's making his way across the map. I'm a little bit concerned here for Clem, not going to lie. Clem, he goes for his job. He does scout the Oracle. He's aware. Does he think it's a hallucination? No shot. He thinks it's a hallucination. SCVs are going to be going down. Workers are going to be falling. This is getting brutal damage. Getting the mule as well. And Clem, he commits. He commits across the map. That's going to be 4 or 5 SCV kills. Ay, ay, ay. Again, Clem, he saw the Oracle, but every game so far, it's just been a sentry-based opener. It's been a hallucination. He gambled wrong. That was 8 SCV kills. Does commit here into the natural. We'll get some damage. Nicely done. 3, 4, 5 probe kills. Very nice damage. Also, the Widowmine does cover the ramp. And we'll see if herO can break out. Gets Revelation. Baits out the mine. Second Oracle has arrived. Here he has enough. He has enough. He will defend, but that's still 7 probe kills. We have it back and forth. 8 SCVs for 7 probes. Not bad. We see Clem, he's rallying across the map. Clem, who wants to break herO here and now. Adepts are coming in. Widowmine is not yet reset. Oh, yeah, no Widowmine. One Oracle goes down. Does get one of the Oracles. The other takes a lot of hits. And messy engage here from herO. Well, he will clean up these Marines, and herO, he will shut down the Viking as well. Oof. herO holds. herO, he holds on. It was an intense moment here, and herO, he did lose, I believe, 2 Oracles. Yeah, 2 Oracles went down. But now herO's going for a counterattack. herO, he's moving out. Phoenixes are amassing. Medevac almost caught out as well. Hero shades in. Oh, we'll lose one of the Phoenixes though. But this might just be too much. Hero, he snowballs out of control. He breaks through the Marines. He gets on top of the Cyclone. The Cyclone is not long for this well. Nice control, saves the Cyclone. But zero mining. Yeah, zero mining here at the natural. SCV is going to be going down. Again, if it wasn't for this medevac surviving, I mean, that would have been game. That would have been game then and there. I mean, it's still a rough position for Clem. Another Oracle comes in. Adepts say shade into the mineral line. They shade into the main. He commits. Oof. Bold move. He will lose the Adepts. He trades against the Marines, but he will lose everything. And Clem holds. Yeah, I do think it was a bit of an overstep here for Hero to commit to the shade. We'll lose all the Adepts, and Clem, he can now retake his natural. Hero behind this, building up more Phoenixes. Still a very scrappy game state. Oh. Oh, but the medevac goes down. Oh, the Marine is trapped. the Marine can't leave. Yeah, the Marine's stuck on the other side. It's okay, he's being useful. You know, he has his Zelnaga. True, true. Feels Marine, man. Ah. Divided by minerals. Hero moves out. Back at home, there's not much to defend. Clem, he does have 3 Cyclones though. It's a hefty Cyclone count. But they're not at home, so SCVs are going down once again. Hero, he commits. Cyclones, they punish the Phoenixes. They get 1. And 1 Phoenix falls. Nice pickoff. Meanwhile, it's going to be 6 SCV kills. No mining in the main. Cyclones, they get caught out. Massive catch. And Hero, he breaks through the Cyclones. He gets 1, he gets 2. He's going to get all 3. Oh, barely does not. Whew. Okay, Clem is holding. Clem, he's barely holding on, but behind this, Hero is getting a 3rd base. 3rd Nexus up and running. Full saturation on 2 bases. Hero has a massive economy compared to Clem. And Clem knows it. He knows that he has to do something. He's moving out. He has to. He has to move out. He has to be active. The longer this goes on, the further ahead Hero is going to become. Hero's taking. Nobody minds. Phoenixes, they scout the main. Oh, there's a recall. I'll say the Phoenix is in time, getting 2 SCV kills so far. Good trades here by Hero, and he will soon embrace charge. That's the one thing that Hero is missing, is that his Gateway army is lacking 100%. Like, the Gateway army is not really what it needs to be, but that will soon change with the Forge and with charge. Hero's building up. From here, he can go into a Temple Archives, into Storm, or into attempted Colossus production. He will need some kind of splash damage. Meanwhile, Clem is turtling up. Getting up to his 5-rack setup. Based on these racks locations, and this would make sense because of all the damage that's been done early on, Clem has to make a choice. Does he get an expansion and try to recover and get into a longer game, or does he pull the boys and go for a 2-base all-in? It's going to be a 2-base all-in. Again, based on these racks, they're hidden behind the mineral line and there's no add-ons, so we're just making as many Marines as possible, and it's going to be all or nothing for Clem. Now here, he does see one of the racks at least, so he has a piece of the puzzle. Setting up a proxy. Hero, yep, he's being proactive. He commits in. Does force a stim. Phoenixes, they get on top of those Vikings. The boys are being pulled. And Clem, it's all or nothing. 2-base all in. The boys have arrived. It's going to be in here to slow this down. Again, he wants to pick off any stray units, any reinforcements. Ideally, a medevac. Speaking of reinforcements, the Zealots here, they catch up production. And does Hero have enough at home to defend? He has some Zealots, that's true, but there are plenty of SCVs and bunkers are on the way. Tank gets caught out. There's 1 tank across the map, shield battery under fire. And here, he will soon have to pull the trigger. I just don't know if Zealots are going to be enough here. Collapse of the army. Oh, he does not lift the tank. Yeah, Zealots are going down one after the other. Clem, he breaks through. Phoenix is there too late, but here come the reinforcements. Just in time. Yeah, just barely in time. The bunker does complete. But herO, he can afford another warp in. And across the map, it's going to be 19 SCV kills. Again, there is no economy. Another bunker's on the way. herO catching reinforcements. Here come the Stalker warp in. Bearing in mind there is no blink. Medevac goes down, so does the bunker. Again, it's a very clutch hold for herO, but he's holding. He's holding. Takes down the Cyclone. Takes down the Medevac as well. Oof. Bleeds out a lot of Phoenixes. Bleeds out every single Phoenix. But the Stalkers, they still just out-trade the army. Yeah, Zealots are coming to reinforce. Nah, GG, nah, GG. As herO, he will claim the series 3-0, becoming this week's WardiTV Monday champion. GG. Ooh, GG, well played herO. He will claim the win. He will actually be on a bit of a win streak here. For those that missed out, last week herO was also the champion. So 2 weeks in a row, herO, he does claim the win here. Last week he went up against Showtime in the finals, and he also defeated Max last week. This week he takes down Clem. GG, well played. Again, herO, he has been looking very on point over the past couple of months, but despite that, I was still expecting a back and forth. And what I will say is that Clem will have his chance at revenge. herO, he's going to be our champion. Congratulations. But there will most likely be a rematch. What I'm referring to is, in a couple of hours, we have the Monday Night Weekly. What is the Monday Night Weekly? That is the European weekly tournament. And herO, every single week, herO, Clem, Max, Solar, Cure, Bunny, Björn, they all stay up and they play in both. They play in both tournaments, and that leads into the Pegasaur Monday as well, playing in all three. So even though herO takes down Clem here, we often do see whoever wins in the first tournaments, often the reverse occurs in the second tournament. So if Clem had beaten herO here, herO often beats Clem in the rematch later on tonight, or vice versa. So they do trade back and forth, and they will continue that rivalry and that performance in the Monday Night Weekly as well. Also, players like Max, and again, others that I mentioned, Björn, Solar, alongside Bunny, Cure, Big Gabe, Trigger as well, Showtime. So I look forward to that. Regardless, congratulations for herO. He does win the first Open Cup of this Monday, and we'll see if he can continue that streak coming into the Monday Night Weekly as well. Best of luck. Best of luck. Now, we will not be casting the Monday Night Weekly. I'm going to be asleep. I'm going to be in bed. Here in Australia, we do usually cast the Korean Weekly, and then we cast the American Weekly, and we sleep during the European Weekly. So that's how we do approach things here. What I just mentioned, of course, is that our next broadcast is going to be in around 9 hours time, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Yep. So in 9 hours, so in 9 hours time, we're going to be live with the Pegasaur Monday. That is the NA Weekly, and do expect to see herO there once again. Max, Solar, Björn, like a lot of these guys, they just pull all-nighters. They pull all-nighters. They play in all three weeklies. Look forward to it. Do look forward to it here. Bam. As we just wrapped up our Monday broadcast, and you can see Tuesday, 9 a.m. KST or 10 a.m. AEST, we are live with the Pegasaur Monday. We also have the Enki show matches in the evening. That is going to be a best of 9 between Dark and Clem, and also a best of 9 between herO and Björn. So we have 2 best of 9s tomorrow evening. Meanwhile, we have the Stegosaur or the Pegasaur Monday tomorrow morning. 9 hours. Let's go. Let us go. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Again, a big shout out to Wardi for hosting this event on a regular basis. Of course, we host our own weeklies, and you can see them here. We do cast on a regular basis every single day, twice a day more often than not. We are live here on the channel. I just got an update as well. Currently, our schedule is a little bit open on Friday and Saturday, as you can see, but they're about to be filled up. We're going to be casting another tournament. We have the Chicken King show match. The Chicken King Cup number 7. We're going to be featuring players like Zaun, Björn, Gumiho, Dark, Ryung, Creator. We're going to be featuring a lineup of 8 amazing players on Friday and Saturday. So we just confirmed that during the cast. I don't know if you noticed, but early on I was a little bit distracted because I was messaging the admin of the tournament. And we have secured ourselves as the English stream, as the English cast for that event. Again, that's going to be Friday and Saturday. So we have a full lineup here twice a day, every single day, except for Wednesday. We do have half a day off. So Wednesday, we have half a day off. That is our day of Final Fantasy and our day of rest. But outside of that, again, we cast more than any other channel that out there in StarCraft, multiple times a day. All the content, all the casting, all the StarCraft. GG. GG, well played. With that, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys had a great time, and if you want to watch some more content, then !socials in the chat. That will give you a link to our social medias, to our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. Meanwhile, we do upload on YouTube on a daily basis. We're also live on YouTube, so again, you can watch on YouTube, you can watch on Twitch, you can watch on TikTok, on Kick as well. We're live on multiple channels, on Facebook, where we're live on all the channels, all the platforms, so you can watch us wherever you so choose. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and again, congratulations to herO, and you can find some more of these players later on tonight in the Monday Night Weekly. That is usually covered by Rotterdam. Usually it's the three that cast the European weeklies are Rotterdam and Zombie Grub, but I believe Zombie Grub is on vacation. She's currently in Korea, so because that's most likely just going to be Rotterdam and Steadfast. I believe they cover the European weeklies, and we cover, alongside like Chicken Man, Dave Testa, and Pig, we cover the Americas weeklies. So there you go. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft action. Likewise, you can also support us on Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. Something that I should also mention as well is you can also support us via donating as well. We don't really have a bar set up for that. We probably should. We probably should make room for like a donation bar as well. But you can donate if you wish. We rarely get any donations on the channel, but if you wish, you can go that far as well. You can take that extra step. I say that just because we actually recently got a donation, like a PayPal donation, but they didn't use the link, so we didn't get anything. So that's a little bit awkward. But regardless, if you guys enjoy the content, you can support us if you wish, however you so please. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for support. We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, hasta luego. Take care. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you guys when we see you. Hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. Thanks for watching.